Gazzy, congratulations. First of all, how did that feel? I know you've been talking about it when John McDonald introduced you as the reigning champion of the world.
Yeah, it was good, but I don't know, didn't feel right. But yeah, it was nice to be called out. But if that roar, the crowd is there, it'd probably be extra special. But nah, it was good. I enjoyed it, but not what I thought.
Backed it up with a world championship type performance as well. Early stages of that game, unplayable, big lead. Must be happy with the first game.
Yeah, I thought I played pretty well. I mean, I was relaxed because, I wasn't relaxed. I was edgy first couple of legs, but I knew Joe wasn't hitting or scoring like he has against Michael in the Worlds and yesterday as well. I was expecting him to come back firing with a bit more, and he wasn't. So then I don't know. I felt edgy all the way through the game, but I felt comfortable as well, if that makes sense.
Saw on Instagram, toying with the idea of playing with a new set of darts. Were you close to playing with them?
Nah, I don't know, because I know this is not a ranked event, but it's still televised, and it's the first one after I'd won the world. So I wanted to start off with a positive rather than a negative. So I'll leave those ones until after this tournament's finished, and maybe use them in one of the first pro tours. So yeah, I just needed to get off with a good start, and I've done that tonight.
Definitely going to have a play with them at some point, though.
Yeah, I will definitely use them. Yeah, I don't know. People are saying, yeah, use them and don't. You know, I'm a strong believer that if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. But I always want to try and find that extra, 1, 2, 3%. But they're going all right at the moment. So until I start playing not as well as I can, then maybe they'll just stay in the case for a bit.
As well, talking to Adrian earlier, life in the practice room's heating up. He said he was trying to wind you up earlier, telling you that Michael was still world number one. And you
I thought he was trying to wind Michael up. Oh, was he trying to wind me up? No, it's good banter. And yeah, honestly, it's nice to see Adrian playing well again. And especially against Michael yesterday. I'm beating Gary again tonight. So I think that's who I play in the next round, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, we've had our differences in the past, but he's a good bloke and we get on quite well now, and he's actually quite a funny bloke. Yeah, it'll be a good game. I think I play him tomorrow afternoon, so it'll be good.
Is there a different kind of pressure on you now? Because for ages you've been the hunter, now you're the hunted. Different kind of feeling?
I don't know. I think I've been the hunter and hunted both in one over the last maybe 18 months. So to be just totally hunted, then yeah, it's a little bit more pressure. But now I've played that one game. That's probably why I chose to stick with my old darts. Then yeah, I didn't feel too much under pressure. I was a bit edgy, but I was all right. But the next couple of games, hopefully I'll be okay.
How much time have you actually had on the board? Because we've seen you doing soccer AM, media commitments all over the place, and then knocking down walls in houses as well. How much time's gone in?
I'm not a biggest practicer anyway, but I've had 30, 40 minutes most nights. But that's just a takeover, and I'm a strong believer that if you once you're up there and you're playing well, then you just got to try and keep yourself in tune. But I don't like to over practice, but I have done 30, 40 minutes most nights over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Gazzy, congratulations, champ. Thank you very much.
Cheers, bud.
Hi, Gerwyn. Congratulations on the result tonight. In a strange way, all the stuff you got from the crowd a couple of years ago and whatever, it probably has prepared you for this time now of being world champion. You've probably been under worse pressure at different times.
Yeah, different pressures, but I don't know. I don't think anything can prepare you for being, a world champion, a world number one, and then having that pressure on your back. But like you said, I've had a lot of different pressures on my back, so that certainly helps. But yeah, it was a bit awkward first couple of legs of there tonight, but towards the end, I don't want to say I felt comfortable, but I sort of knew I was going to win, and I was playing all right. But it was just an edgy situation.
Has it been a curious couple of weeks to readjust your thinking and mentality to what your aims are now for this year?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't know that I was going to use a new set of darts tonight and just use this as a stepping stone and try something new, ready for when the ranking events start back up. I just thought it was vital that I'd stick to what I know and get off to a positive start after being world champ, and that's what I've done. So I'll try and introduce those darts now over the next couple of weeks and the next couple of tournaments. But if I keep playing well, then they'll be in the case longer than expected, I think.
And having seen you on Soccer AM, if this darts thing doesn't work out for you, if you're not very successful at it, do you think football could be a good thing for you?
Nah. I mean, I gave the rugby up because I was getting old, so now the football's behind me as well.
Okay, listen, good stuff. Thanks very much, Gerwyn.
Cheers.
Gezi, congratulations on the win tonight. You were voted Fans Player of the Year at the PDC Awards. Do you feel like the public perception of you is changing and fans are getting to know that you're real personality now?
Well, hopefully when the crowd's back, I'll find that out. But I don't know. Certainly they've 30 or 35% of them voted for me to win that trophy. But I don't know, until the crowds are back and I hear them chanting or booing, I'm not sure.
What's the last month been like for you? Are we just kind of glad to get back into action tonight after all the anticipation building up to this?
Yeah, we've had three weeks off. Obviously, I've had a lot of interviews and things to do. But it just feels like forever since I've thrown a dart. And then to come up tonight, I felt a bit edgy, but apparently I was playing all right. So, yeah, I'm going in the right direction anyway. And, yeah, like I said, I felt a bit nervous, edgy tonight, but I got through, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
And in the last 2 years, the reigning world champion has gone on to win the Masters. Do you feel like you can really give it a good go tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? I'm not here, definitely not here to make the numbers up. I'll give it 100% all the way through. And, if somebody happens to come out the blocks and play a bit better than me, then they deserve it. But hopefully I can play my A game and go on and pick this trophy up.
Cheers, Gezi. All the best for tomorrow.
Cheers.
Gezi, obviously it's been a few weeks since the World Championship, but is it important to keep as much momentum as you can going, especially with all the tournaments you'd hope to be coming up?
That's basically why I didn't use the new set of darts tonight, because if I'd gone up there and played rubbish with those, then I'm on the back foot from word go. So I thought I'd just use my original darts and try and get a win and a good tournament under my belt. And then, as the tournaments come, because I think there's a couple of Pro Tours coming at the end of the month, and maybe squeeze those darts in. But yeah, it's good to get off with a positive start.
How's the whole sort of world champion experience been over the last month? Because I know it's a lot of media and that sort of thing, but how have you found it in the world as it is today?
That's it. Just interviews, and apart from interviews, then there's nothing else, because there is nowhere to go, nothing to do. I've had the trophy in my kitchen for 3 weeks, and yeah, it's been nice to walk in and look at the trophy, but I haven't been able to show it off, take it to my old school or to my pub or around to see my mates or anything. So it's just been interviews and things like that, but I wish it could be a little bit different.